So in 2012, something unique happened. Verizon decided to kick out 41,000 retirees out of the pension plan and transfer the obligations to an annuity provider. But when they did that, a couple of things happened that many people weren't aware of. The retirees who were formerly protected under ERISA, a federal law passed in 1974 to protect workers and retirees, these retirees who got kicked out lost all of the uniform protections they had under ERISA, and they defaulted to non-uniform state laws. And that means your rights and the amount of protection that you have now vary based on where you live. Overall, the Association of BellTel Retirees supports state legislation that provides full protection of annuity benefit from predator risk. You had that protection under ERISA. It got taken away. You had no say in the matter. Why shouldn't we be protected under state law? By the way, this issue hasn't been that controversial. Not a lot of opposition from the insurance industry, not a lot of opposition from legislatures. It's pretty much okay. It's just a matter of pushing it out there and educating people. Connecticut was the first state where we were able to pass any bill at all, and that law went into effect in 2015. It was a major victory because it validated our position as an association, and it validated the need to replace these protections under state law, and that was very important. Virginia Senate Bill 755 went into effect on July 1st, 2018, so just last year. It was a really big victory for the Association of BellTel Retirees, one that I'm very proud of. I also think all of your members should be very proud of your board of directors, because it was a very hard-fought battle, and it was one that got us a result that was even beyond what we first achieved in Connecticut. So essentially what Virginia does is it protects all retirees from competing claims of creditors, just like it was under ERISA, same thing under state law. But in addition, Virginia says you can't transfer these liabilities without the approval of the insurance department or transfer to an insurance company that's rated at least A or better by two nationally recognized rating agencies. But Dave Edmonds, who's one of the members of the association, championed a bill. He went to his legislator. He went to the member of the Assembly. He went to the members of the Senate. He spoke and gave public testimony. I did a fair amount of coaching, but he did it himself as a constituent, and it's far more compelling. And I may know the issues a little bit better than an average member, just because I've been doing this for a long time. But there's nothing more compelling than saying, hey, I'm a retiree, I've been impacted, I want those protections restored under state law. And every one of you can do that. In Pennsylvania, we're back at it again. Don Counsel didn't tell you about this before, but he was absolutely, humongously, if that's a word, disappointed last year because he got a bill all the way to as far as you can go without it getting signed into law, literally up until the last day of the session, when all of a sudden it just didn't happen. He's back at it again this year, along with John Colomega and other members pushing, and we've got another bill active right now. It's been some changes, there's been some opposition, there's been a lot of debate, healthy debate, and we're starting to educate members of the legislature about what this issue is about. And now they're coming back with real questions, and now they're taking a real interest. And the more we push this agenda, the easier it'll be in other states. In Massachusetts, we've got a potential new sponsor, and in Rhode Island, through the efforts of a number of members volunteer, we've got a commitment to getting a bill dropped again this year. So stay tuned, because there's lots more happening. Thank you very much.